All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Abomination Brewing Company, and they are a nomadic brewery that brews out of the 12% Beer Project location in North Haven, Connecticut, and this is their Wandering into the Fog, the triple dry-hopped Mosaic variant. So they're calling this one a double IPA that is triple dry-hopped with Mosaic hops. It comes in at 8.6% alcohol by volume, no IBUs listed, time of review. This can is just under 1 month old, and I'm going to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to a very good friend of mine and a viewer of the channel, Steven, for hooking me up with this one. So big thanks to him for this beer. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer haul video I did that contains all the goodies he hooked me up with, and really happy he he didn't send it. He gave this one to me in person because I've never had anything from the Wandering into the Fog series. Now, I've had their Fog Nog and their Gingerbread Fog, which I guess technically are within the series, but not just like a regular Wandering into the Fog. They have the base Wandering into the Fog, and then they do a bunch of different variants with different hops, and this is the triple dry hop Mosaic variant, and I'm really excited about it. Just under a month old, super fresh. This one just showed up here locally in the West New York area, which is cool to be able to get Abomination. Their Wandering in the Fog series kind of popped off over the last 12 to 18 months, and I wasn't reviewing or really drinking beer, so I missed out on a lot of their releases, but I'm going to try to pick up some of them because people really rave about a lot of different offerings from Abomination, but specifically this series. So anyway, let's give it a pour. So yeah, I don't know what to really expect from this one. I'm pretty excited about it though. A triple dry hopped Mosaic version sounds like something I just want to get into. Just sounds awesome. So has that really, typical, like 75% of the time when I do a review of a hazy, it looks like this. It has a honey orange color. It's murky, it's turbid, you can't see through it. Has about a half finger of a really creamy off-white looking head. Yeah, it looks nice. Let's get a nose. Oh my Lord. So, Jesus. So there's a tasting note on some Hop Butcher beers that I got once before recently. Actually, I called it out. I didn't look at the tasting notes. I don't do that anymore with the Hop Butcher beers. But dank berries is a tasting note they sometimes put, typically when there's Mosaic in the beer. And I never really typically, I don't get that. Sometimes I get berries, sometimes I get dankness, and I don't get dank berries. Last time I got dank berries. There's dank berries in this one. Like, there's blueberries, like, just a nice, like, sweet, kind of like earthy blueberry with a big, like, marijuana kind of dankness. There's citrus fruits, there's tangerine and ruby red grapefruit. What is that? Mango. It's tough to get past the dank blueberries because the blueberry is very prominent. And then there's again, a huge dankness, marijuana vibes. And then underneath is that, sweeter orange, or I should say tangerine, sweeter ruby red grapefruit, and a little bit of like a mango. Oh man, this smells fucking awesome. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Steven. That's dynamite. Man, it's real dry too. There's a mild to moderate bitterness, but there's a real dry finish. Oh man, wow. Body of this one's like higher side of medium, lower side of full, real big body here, appropriate for 8.6%. The mouth feels really, really solid. There's a smooth creaminess. It's not really soft. There's a decent amount of carbonation, but it has a nice smooth, creamy kind of finish. Dude, what the fuck? So, why I keep on saying what the fuck is there is a pronounced, super dank, just straight up weed vibe on the back of the palate. It's marijuana. It's like, that's what the finish is. It's dank berries. There's, again, earthy blueberries. Pretty much hit mid palate. Like, that was the first thing I smelled, but like on the finish, it's halfway through the palate. There's earthy, slightly sweet blueberries, mostly earthy though, and then it transitions into that marijuana type of finish. It's definitely there. That's crazy. A lot of times I smell it and I don't get it, but this is huge with that. First thing that hits my palate, though, is that tangerine and pink grapefruit, ruby red grapefruit. Slightly candied, slightly sweet, slightly juicy, but there's a little zestiness mixed in. Then the blueberries hit. Then that marijuana type of dankness on the back of the palate. It's an underlying like bready kind of malt sensation. A little bit of mango too, I didn't mention, but a little bit, touch of it. Wow. Triple dry hopped indeed. This is unique. Along with that dryness, that really dank finish is something different, because a lot of times I'll get that dankness in the aroma of a beer, but it doesn't translate like to a T, and it totally did here. Yeah, it was really good. Is it amazing? No. It's not overly complex. It's basically tangerine, grapefruit, and mango, although the mango is very subdued. And then there's that dank blueberry thing. I do enjoy it, though. It's just not mind-blowing, but it's still really fucking good. It's what I like about it is it has a uniqueness from that kind of marijuana dank kind of feeling on the back of the palate. How many times did I say marijuana in this review? Whatever. Take a drink every time I say it. Hopefully everything's okay by the end of it for you. Oh yeah, 8.6%. A little bit of warming in the chest. Nothing on the palate. Yeah, really good. So wandering into the fog, the triple Dry-Hopped Mosaic, a variant from Abomination. High 4.25 out of 5, and go 4.35. Almost gets into the low 4.5. I think if the mouthfeel was a little bit softer, because that carbonation, maybe if I drink the entire can, it'd be a little bit too much. And maybe a little bit more complex, this would get into like the 4 or 5 range. But as is, a 4.35 is a really good score. Price and availability, here's where I don't know. So, Steven, if you remember what you paid for this, I'm pretty sure you bought a 4-pack of it. If not, whatever the cost on individual cans. I would hope that something like this is not more than like $6 a can max. Hopefully more in the $5 range. But regardless, let me know what you paid for it, Steven. Or if anybody out there bought this one, what did you pay for it? I'd like to know. And then availability, wherever you see Abomination stuff, you should see beers within the series. I'm not saying necessarily you'll see this beer, but you should see beers within the series. I've seen some locally here. Like I said, I just haven't picked them up. I'm going to pick up more going forward. I want to try more within the series. I know they do a Sabro version. I want to try that because I love coconut and I love that hop. But yeah, I want to try out more within the series. It sounds like a very fun series, delicious series. And, you know, this is a good first impression. Although not like super amazing, it's still really delicious. So yeah, if you've had this one before, post in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it. Appreciate everybody stopping by for you on the beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.